here are two opportunities to notice how to change your unconscious reactions to triggers that you now may be becoming aware of. This exercise gives you two opportunities to reverse the unconscious reactions that happen when you can recognize triggers related to your pain. One of them is going to be a physical trigger, and the other one's going to be a psychological or emotional trigger. Two places to practice. Now the first one is a physical trigger. It's really easy for someone who has pain that is in reality a physical experience, a sensation within the body of unpleasantness somewhere, and it's amplified by a position or a movement or a time of the day where the body's in a certain way of moving. It could be bending, it could be lifting, it could be going down the stairs, it could be getting out of bed in the morning, it could be walking. There's a physical movement that's associated with an increase in the pain, an increase in the unpleasant sensation that you'd like to change. At this point, you may be aware of the fact that there's no reason for that pain, even though you might have evidence of damage there that's old damage and other people can have without having pain. So you know that it's an amplified reaction, but you want to do something to help yourself. So we're going to use the physiological sigh, which is a short breathing mechanism that reduces the stress in animals. Humans, we're just of the animal family, but you're doing it before this movement occurs, before you actually experience the pain with the movement or experience an increase in it if you're already in pain. The reason for this is you are normally in the movement, you're already in the reaction of the movement before you're doing the movement, but it's so fast you can't perceive it. And I'll just say that again. So when you come to move a box or go down the stairs or get out of bed and you experience pain, the thought of doing it already triggers the reaction that you experience as you are doing it. It's happening faster than you can consciously think. And you think the pain is coming because of the movement. It's actually already happening, but so fast that it beats you to it. So then you attach the pain to the movement and then fear the movement itself. There is nothing to fear in the movement. You don't have to believe me, but it'll help if you do. So pick your movement. You can practice by thinking about it before you even go and do it if you want. But let's say you come to go down the stairs or pick up the box or lift your arm. Take a long sniff in through your nose, then a short sniff and a long breath out. Watch me do it. So big sniff, little sniff and out. Long deliberate out breath. Do it again. Breathe in, sniff, long out breath. Last one, big sniff, little sniff, long breath out. Wait, just wait, let your breathing return to natural resting rate. And as you're doing it, count in your head backwards 20 to 0. I'll do it out loud so you know the timing simply. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just notice how you feel. Do the movement. Do the movement. No, it's not dangerous. Do the movement. Whichever one it is, do the movement. If you hadn't got to that point where you're imagining the movement, imagine the movement now and notice what's happened. You're actually putting a distance between yourself and the reaction to it. Practice it. Practice it and watch what happens. So that's something to practice with a physical trigger. I want to give you something else that is really important and people often miss or don't even think is related. And that's a psychological or emotional trigger, something that triggers a feeling inside of you that actually triggers the pain. So the thought triggers a feeling, feeling triggers a reaction, reaction triggers behaviour, behaviour triggers pain. And it's all really fast. But quite often people only notice the pain that they get and associate it to the movement or the position or the weather or the age or the height or some wear and tear. This is looking at emotional triggers, thoughts and emotions. So if you already know a time or a place where there's an emotional charge you link to your pain, you've got something to work on. If you're not sure of it, I want you to notice when your pain comes on, when really you're not moving in a particular way or you're not actually physically doing anything. Then notice who you're with, who you're thinking about, or how you're feeling. So if I give you an example of a young lad I was talking to this about, we'd used bending forward. So next time he bends over to pick up a parcel, he's going to use this technique. And I asked him, tell me someone you think about who you might upset you a little bit. And he said his manager at work. So he's got a couple of opportunities there. He can think about his manager now and then notice how he feels. And when he did that, he said, oh, it's not in my body, it's in my head. So you can use the exercise on where you feel it in your head or anywhere in your body. And I asked him to name the emotion he feels or comes up. He went, oh, frustration. So he's got this frustration that he feels in his head when he thinks about this person. That can you see how that could prime someone to not be able to express the emotion, so suppress it. That triggers a charge in the body that then has to be discharged with a behaviour, and the behaviour creates pain. So it's almost like a cascade effect. So if you can work out an emotional trigger in your life, a person, a place, a time where, oh God, I can see how that's related, you work on that. So he picks his manager, got him to think about his manager, notice where he feels it, do the breath. Let's do it now. Pick someone, pick something, pick a charge, pick a frustration, pick an emotion, name it, notice where you feel it in your body or the thought, get hold of it now. Follow this breathing pattern. Breathe with me. In through the nose. Big sniff. Little sniff. Long breath out. Big sniff. Little sniff. Long breath out. Last one. Big sniff. Little sniff. Long breath out. Just wait. Count to 20 in your head backwards to 0. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Notice the person who does your heading. Notice the situation that you feel the emotion. Notice where it is in your body now. It'll be less. So you've got 2 places to practice. Have a go. Be consistent. You don't have to do it with every single physical movement that you do. Just choose a moment to practice and choose the triggers that are relevant to you, and you will change your reactions to them. You develop new responses. Those responses will be a much healthier mechanism of metabolizing those chemicals that come with those predictions, and you'll create a different outcome. have a go and let me know how you get on.